Hey guys, my name's Colby. I just finished my first year here at Queen's Law and I'm sticking around Kingston this summer working at the school for the Assistant Dean of Students. I'm going to be taking you through some of the main areas in Kingston that Queen's Law students have found housing in their first year in the past. Now, keep in mind that any stats or figures used in this video are going to be from my class last year, so they may not be representative of past classes or even of your own, but hopefully should give you a good idea of the main areas in Kingston for housing and hopefully might even help you decide where you want to live. Ontario Street is a beautiful part of Kingston with several apartment complexes running along the perimeter of the waterfront, minutes from the downtown core and City Hall, and a 10 to 15 minute walk from Queen's campus and the law school. Quite a few graduate and law students live in the area. It tends to be a little quieter than the downtown area, although noise levels will vary depending on where you specifically choose to live. Apartments in this area also do tend to be a bit more expensive than some of the other areas we'll be showing you, but it is possible to find good places to live here for a good price, especially if you have roommates. Running through the heart of downtown Kingston, Princess Street is home to many graduate and law students. Living on Princess has a few benefits. It's close to a ton of restaurants, bars, and bus stops, and is fairly close to the two major downtown grocery stores depending on which part of the street you live on. It is also home to the Queen's Law clinics and many of Kingston's main shops and businesses. However, as it is one of the main hubs for nightlife and activity in Kingston, Princess Street can be a little loud in certain areas, which is something to consider if you like to live in quieter places. Many law students choose to live in downtown Kingston. For most places along Princess Street, you're looking at roughly a 10 to 15 minute walk to Queen's campus or a 2 to 5 minute walk to transfer points for the main bus routes. With at least one roommate, prices usually range from around $700 to $1,000 a month, depending on the type of place you want to rent. There are several other student areas close to Queen's campus, most of which are just a 5 to 10 minute walk to the law building. Just off of Brock and Barry Street, and right across from Metro, you'll find two major apartment complexes in Brock Towers and the Skyline building, which have quite a few graduate and undergraduate students living in them. Along Division Street, there's also a lot of student rentals that are very close to both the school and the gym. Possibly the most well-known street in Kingston, Aberdeen Street has become notorious for its open-air celebrations on Homecoming and St. Patrick's Day. As the designated party street of Queens, the houses surrounding Aberdeen are not a common housing area for graduate or law students and tend to be rented by groups of undergraduates. There are several other areas around campus similar to the ones we just covered. If you do choose to live in one of these areas, the prices will vary quite a bit depending on the quality of the building. One last area is what's commonly referred to as north of Princess. Some students choose to find housing in the blocks north of the main Princess Street hub, as it typically offers cheaper and larger housing options. The main trade-off for these benefits is that it does tend to be much further from Queen's campus. Generally speaking, you can live one or two streets north of Princess and still have the same type of lifestyle you would have if you lived on Princess Street. However, students who live further will be walking at least 20 to 30 minutes to get to campus. Busing is always an option though, and a small amount of law students opt for this option, giving the lower prices and nicer units that you may be able to find. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful for those of you who are still apartment hunting. Keep in mind that there are some areas we didn't manage to cover and that costs and living conditions are going to vary year to year, but hopefully this gives you a good sense of Kingston and the options that might be there for housing. Keep an eye on your email for any updates or any more information coming out in the next little bit. Otherwise, we're looking forward to welcoming you to the law school in September. Thanks.